How are y'all doing tonight? I'm sure we don't have anybody viewers in. Yep. But hopefully that changes. Get some new people in here. Hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. Christmas, New Year's, got everything settled. Got to spend some time with family. I know with COVID it's a little hard. Can't really get out, see many people. But hopefully you guys had a good one. Get your New Year's resolutions in. Change some shit up. Fucking everybody needs to change once in a while. As you can see, we got Jake here from episode 4. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, Adrian?
We're chilling. Um, we might got some aliens up in here too. I don't know if you guys heard about that. The aliens in Hawaii.
The alien's gonna call out before me or Seth? Damn. Damn.
No, did you guys hear about that? All that shit?
Hear about
No, maybe.
Hear about what?
Everybody, hello. I'm Seth.
They already know
Hey,
who the
they
fuck
already
y'all
know.
are.
Fuck it. Wait. So I heard something about the aliens, so go ahead.
Yeah, the aliens in Hawaii. Just after Christmas, there was supposed UFO spotting in Hawaii.
Well, the government
Really?
came out and said that UFOs are real. Like right after Christmas. Like, it was an actual article from CNN or something. Fox News covered it. I know that.
I wish we put this in the topics because I heard something about it, but I don't know anything about it to even
It wasn't like nothing like super crazy. There was just like a blue floating light in the sky over Hawaii that supposedly crashed into the ocean.
It's just going
That's
back home.
interesting.
I don't know, on a complete another left field thing like this, bro. Have you guys seen the movement Birds Aren't Real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The government killed all the birds.
Like
and
we're
all-
talking like birds are like robots and they're supposed to spy on you and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, birds aren't real. I'm convinced.
I'm convinced. I watched so many videos on
Bro,
TikTok.
they took out all the birds back in the day, and so speeding ticket, right? I'm convinced there's a tie. So that's why there's in random spots. Birds are the speeding tickets.
You want me to blow your mind, Brayden?
Let's hear it.
You ever
I'm trolling.
You ever
by the
hear?
way.
Well, I'm just saying. You ever see the things on the highway, like the signs that say speed enforced by aircraft?
Yes.
Birds fly. Birds fly. There's birds on the side. Like,
That
come
sounds
on, man.
that sounds like a shot in the dark.
A little
Hey,
bit.
but some shots in the dark hit. You know what I mean?
Shout out
we can't
Hobson.
lie.
Took a shot in the dark. It was accurate.
Okay, all right. Talk your
You know what
shit.
I'm saying?
All right.
He said crazy why Adrian is still in this. Damn, Ralph coming in
Fuck Ralph.
deep already.
Let's
All right,
go.
well, yeah. So we already scuffed the beginning of this, but yeah. So yeah, like Adrian said, Happy New Year's to everybody. Merry Christmas as well. As of recording this, it's the 6th. I guess we should just briefly talk about everything that just happened today. You know what I mean? Before our topics we have at hand, just because.
I'm down.
What the fuck, guys? Where do
I have
we
some
live?
screenshots.
What do we?
I have some screenshots.
Where do we live? What's going on?
Fucking wild. Our Capitol building just got taken over.
Did you guys see the picture of how many people were actually there too?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying just the people that broke in or whatever, but just how many people were actually outside and stuff. That was another historic moment. You know what I mean? Something happened today. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because we're living through it. It's I don't know, man. What's your guys' thoughts?
There, Jordan sent me a tweet today, of somebody's story, and it was a black dude, and he said, "We marched because we were getting killed. Y'all are rioting because you didn't get your way. We are not the same."
Yeah.
And I mean, that's valid. It's valid. And then Trump also closed his Twitter account.
I heard he was about to get banned or something on Twitter.
You got a
Yeah.
24-hour ban on Instagram today.
Damn.
Now, does anybody know if this is true? Because I don't know if it's true. Did somebody actually get shot too?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
someone
did.
died.
Yeah.
Someone
I was
did
just about to read
die?
that. George's grandma posted someone just came out of the Capitol on a gurney full of blood,
Yeah.
gushing.
Yeah, and I saw a
Yeah.
video of someone getting shot and like falling and shit. So,
Well, 2 people died today because of it. A lady was
Oh, I didn't
shot
hear
in
about
the
this incident.
throat. A lady was shot in the throat. They're now calling for war.
who's calling for war?
That I don't know. It says they are calling for war. I don't know. It just says a lady was shot in the throat and 2 people are dead.
All right, y'all ready to get drafted for the Civil War, boys? Where we're going?
Motherfucker, I didn't
Interesting.
sign up. I didn't sign up, and I can't go. I'm the first son and the last son,
I got bad knees.
and I have asthma.
I got bad knees.
No, Adrian, they're just gonna be like you and Sheila, thrown in the pit.
Yeah,
Adrian-
no, you're too fat. Get the fuck out of here.
Adrian's going to war with a gun
I
and
got
Rice
another
Krispie
question. I got another question because I don't know like a lot of the stuff that happened today. I just watched probably like 2 videos on it, maybe like 30 minutes of information. Did Trump specifically incite like or antagonize, whatever the proper verbiage would be, like of this riot? Because it was not a protest. Like that was
Wasn't
a
a protest.
riot. You know what I mean?
I didn't see what Trump posted or what happened.
Because he was only a
Um,
couple, like 2 miles away, right?
hmm
So
Yeah, he was in the White House.
there
I
was,
believe he
there
was
were-
in the White House anyway.
I don't know, because he was doing some type of speech or something like that. You know what I mean? And he was like a specific amount of like a ways that like you could walk to the Capitol and get shit popping, and like so like I don't know if he and like started any of this stuff. A lot of people were supporters of Trump. I don't know. This really, really did not look good. I was hard body grinding aim gods, and just Twitter, everything was blowing up, bro. And I'm like, what the heck, dude? Like, I don't know.
I think Trump's rally was outside the Capitol today, and then he
it was
left.
basically, yeah, like,
Stuff just never settled down.
yeah, and like I don't know, cause I watched Destiny's video, on it too, and he said something that was kind of like I kind of took the note too, like they should have already had like the National Guard like deployed, you know what I mean, prepared for something to pop off because of how like crazy it's already been, and how like if you reflect on like Trump's previous speeches and stuff, like he brings out a lot of people, you know what I mean, so it's like to have that close to the Capitol where everything was going down anyways, it was probably a lack of some type of stuff, you know what I mean, because they really didn't have anything to, I mean, who expected that though too? It's
Yeah.
just, I
Did
don't
you
know.
see the video of like all the protesters coming in, and there's just one officer like
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
hold them off,
They
like
can't do
slowly
nothing.
running back up the stairs?
Lord
Yeah.
forbid they try to like protect themselves or like did anything to like not to like try to force them to stay out, because there's so many people, like they would brutally like violate this dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's really really didn't look good at all. That was very tragic. It's hard to say. It really could have went worse, like more people could have died, you know what I mean?
Yeah, more people could have died, or like the Capitol could have been burned or something.
Yeah, like it could have been worse, but it's kind of crazy to say that, like, cause like I guess that's the state of where we live. It's like that isn't even the worst, you know? I don't know.
It's just crazy that that's something like that can even happen.
Yeah,
Like in this country, at least,
yeah.
by
no, it,
just normal citizens. Like it's not like it was a planned attack. It's really interesting.
yeah. 2021, guys. We're starting out hot. And we also should, since we're talking about 2021, this is the first time we've gotten to say anything. Hope Dr. Dre gets better. You know what I mean?
Shout out Dr. Dre with his brain aneurysm.
Yeah, yeah. So like, you know, we were not gonna really go into music. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to just say that as well while we're talking about things that are going on, because you know what I mean. We can't lose another one too. Like that would be tragic.
I found one of his tweets that were removed. Trump, one of his tweets.
What do you say?
He said, "These are the things and events that happens when a sacred landslide election victory is so unceremoniously and viciously stripped away from great patriots who have been badly and unfairly treated for so long. Go home with love and in peace. Remember this day forever.
Yeah, you can't say that.
I feel like it's approaching like a legality thing at this point.
Mhm.
I really,
Yeah.
really think that this could turn really sour for the boy.
Yeah, that was
100%.
like almost inciting.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
tweet.
If even if that's after the fact, I'm very confident with Buddy saying something like that. Let's be honest, guys. Like he probably said something during that speech that made it seem like that was like in the realm of possibility. You know what I mean? Like you could actually do
Right.
something to like stand up for yourselves. Like a cult leader is talking to his supporters. You know what I
disciples,
mean? Yeah,
you know what I
like
mean?
people that would fully rock with him and stuff. It's the president telling you to do something. And again, like we say on all of our podcasts, we don't know shit. We're just pals talking on a platform that's posted to now Apple Music, or sorry, Apple Pot, whatever that shit is. You know what I mean?
iTunes
These
Store.
are our opinions.
Our opinions. You know what I mean? So none of this is facts, and it's just like I don't know specifically what he said during the speech, but that shit was crazy. He'll probably get arrested. Hermione's in the chat. Shout out to Josh.
Shout out
He
Josh.
said, "Get Jake a new mic."
Oh, Hermie.
Oh man, I honestly, it's not as bad as Seth's MacBook episode. You know, so we're straight.
It was very tough.
We're
My
straight.
mic sound better now though?
We'll leave that to Josh. Does Seth's mic sound better than Jake's?
Yeah, probably not.
Let's see. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna toss this to Adrian, and we're gonna get like our topics at least for this episode started.
We're gonna go ahead and hit Ryan Garcia. He's hot right now. Coming off that win.
Where he
Man,
got
oh
knocked
man.
down.
Did anybody watch
I
it
guess,
live except for me?
I didn't watch it live. I watched
I watched it
all the
live.
highlights.
Hurts my head. You watched it at least though, Jake?
Hmm. Well, I watched the highlights. Same thing
Yeah.
as Seth.
Got you.
Hey, apparently all them influencers hitting them up, get them rib shots in, paid off.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy. Yeah, you are right, because that was a nice little thing that was going around for a while. He was hitting everybody, letting people hit him. and stuff.
That hit was dumb though. I was like, there's no way he's dropping this dude with a walk up fucking
Bro,
quick
he-
left. I was like,
It looked like a snake bite, bro. That shit was so fast. Even in like the
Yeah.
slow mo, he ruined that man's like liver or whatever that
Yeah.
shot is. You know what I mean?
kidney shot.
That looks so painful.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine just tanking one of those. You know what I mean? So it's like mad
an
props
actual
to Luke
fight.
Campbell.
Mhm.
Fire versus Ice. That was a fantastic fight. Yo, I'm getting goosebumps because like I actually really enjoy watching fighting. I know a lot of people disagree. But in a combat sport, that shit is so cool to me. UFC more than boxing. But Ryan Garcia really, like they said before the fight too, something really cool like in the sense of he's bringing like more people into boxing. You know what I mean? A lot of people love just watching him fight. And
The younger generation.
dude, yeah, he's bringing more eyes to the sport, which is awesome. And he's so good, bro. He got dropped though. We gotta talk
Yeah.
about it, bro.
He
Homie
did
got
get
dropped. I'm
He
talking.
did.
I was watching it right here, bro. And you know what I mean? Bro, I was just watching it live, and I remember just he came in on a throne, bro, like laying
Throne.
down, like the borderline. I kind of wanted him to get knocked out at that point because like he was really like he was reaching right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you come in like royalty, you have to win. You know what I mean? But he gets blacked out, like you know what I mean, completely, like almost broke his hand the way he landed, or his arm. I mean, like he like literally like spun
Made it
around.
hard.
Yeah, and he just got right back up, bro. That was just so dope. Like that was such a like cool fight to watch. And I actually didn't know if he was gonna win. You know what I mean? Like after he got knocked out, like I don't know. Campbell's a beast. I ain't gonna lie, but that shot was dirty, bro. Like he even said he faked the head. You know what I mean? So he went to go protect his head, and he just had the clearest shot ever, bro. Like, oh, it was so dope. And props to Ryan, man. He is a beast. people sleep on him because of how thin he is. Like,
his post interview, he was like, "Yeah, I didn't really know what happened when I got knocked down." He was like, "I wasn't expecting it," and then he was
the
just like,
first time.
he's like, he said, "I had to retaliate," and then that boy said, "Boom," and Luke said,
He literally
I'm
took
a- yeah,
one
I'm a-
knee to two knees.
and then put both hands down. He's just like, "Yeah, call it, ref. I can't take too many more of these."
Oh my god! Thank God too, because he would have had something ruptured if because like after you make that much pain and you announce it to everybody, he's only going for that spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or somebody that's as quick as Ryan, like he'll fake it, but he's so scared and he's gonna get drilled in the jaw, bro. Like
Yeah, go to that spot, and then if he can't get it, he's gonna work the other spot on the other side, so you have nothing to do. But
damn,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't
that
watch
was a good
boxing
fight.
like that. I don't watch
Yeah.
boxing like that just because I don't think it's not fun. But like the person that really got me back into like UFC, Adesanya.
Ooh.
That man is a beast.
Yeah, he's my favorite
my
fighter
God.
right now, 100%. Yeah.
He's not.
Do you guys think age played a factor? Seeing that Campbell was 33, Ryan's 22.
I mean, they took the fight, so age really doesn't have a factor. He knows his
Well,
age going into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think in boxing age is quite as big of a deal because it's so technique based. At a certain
could
point,
see-
like their technique isn't diminishing at 33.
Yeah, I could see if it was UFC, they would never do that unless it was like a big name calling out another big name. But in boxing, I mean, you take a little less damage than what you do in UFC. It's still damage, but
Gotcha.
It's just
Um,
it's not the raw sport. UFC, man, is just so bad. Like it's so much better to watch. Like there's more aspects to it than just like the I don't know, man. I don't know. Boxing and the whole point system with the judging and stuff to me is just a lot more like just inconsistent, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
and it just throws me off. But yeah, that Ryan fight was amazing. I loved watching it.
Did it have an undercard?
Yeah, see, I watched the other
Yeah,
fights too, but I don't feel like looking them up and stuff. There was a couple good fights. The one, if I remember correctly, the one that was right before the main card, it might have been the one right before that one, but I'm pretty sure it was the one right before. It was literally like fight of the year, like phenomenal fight. Just as good as the Ryan Garcia one, if not, it was better. It was one of the two before Ryan's, but yeah, dude, it was fantastic. But I don't remember their names and stuff. But,
Yeah. Speaking of hard shots to the ribs, I know I got Seth's take on this. I got Braden's take on this.
I
I'm
love the
interested
transition.
to hear Jake's. I am ready to hear Jake's. Targeting, yes or no?
By the definition of the rule, yes.
You should
100%.
preface like what targeting call it is though, because some people.
If
might
it,
not know.
I mean, it's the college playoffs of college football. I'm pretty sure people know. If you don't know, it's the targeting call on the Clemson linebacker to Justin Fields' bitch ass. Go, yes or no? Targeting.
Yes, it was targeting by the definition of the rule.
So you think it was targeting?
I know it was targeting. Yeah. Targeting is leading with the crown of the helmet. He led with the crown of the helmet. It doesn't matter where he hits with the crown of the helmet. But you put that head fully down, you're looking at the ground, that is targeting by definition.
Seth, you want to go?
I
ahead and
don't
give your take?
agree with I don't agree that that's how the rule should be. But that was correct use of it.
I agree with Jake. I don't
Yeah.
think that I agree with that because it should be like head to head type shit.
Mhm.
But it was targeting. He did
Yeah.
lead forward with the crown of his head.
Yeah.
And it was
Like
was
it's
a
not
it was
good
a
rule,
hit.
but that's the way it was
Yeah,
meant to
it's
be
a
used.
safety precaution in a way. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Because like when you were talking about this, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't remember what you were talking about. You could have said something in the NFL. Like I really didn't remember. But yeah, by the definition of that like said thing, he did lead with the crown of his helmet or whatnot. So.
And if we're going with targeting, the hit on Donovan Peoples-Jones should have been targeting as well. He got
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
don't
he
know.
has, he has a concussion in the last game that he played against the Steelers. The
Oh,
one of
and
the
he
quarterbacks.
came out the game.
Yeah, he literally went full limp, like mid-air, just full limp.
I know they're different rules. I don't know how they differ though. Like targeting in college is not the same as targeting in the NFL.
There isn't targeting in the NFL. That's not a penalty in the NFL.
It's like a what is it called in the NFL? Is it flagrant? No, that's
I don't.
basketball.
I think it's just unsportsmanlike conduct or unnecessary roughness. One of the two. I'm pretty sure.
Unnecessary
targeting in it.
roughness. I feel like they have some form of targeting.
It's not. It's not
Yeah.
called targeting.
It's the
That-
head.
that-
It's the head to head. It's the head to head contact. Whatever that
I'll look it
calls.
Could be a hit on a defenseless receiver. That's usually
Yeah,
that type
like
of
that's
call.
what I think. That's
But-
what I'm thinking of.
Is there a way to get ejected in the NFL
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
other
sure
than
if you
fighting? Other than
Get,
fighting?
if you get two unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conducts, I'm pretty sure if you get two in the same game, you get kicked out.
Josh said 2 personal fouls.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It
you
says
can take as dirty of a hit as you want, but if you don't do it again, you don't get kicked from the game unless you throw a punch.
unless it's severe, because it says a targeting foul is now defined by the NFL to have occurred when a player loses or lowers his head to initiate and make contact with his helmet against an opponent. The rule was passed 32-0.
So that sounds like the same as the college rule.
Yeah,
You lead with the crown, you're gone.
that's how I took it too. Told
And yeah,
Myles
it's
Garrett
called-
his ass.
It's called targeting.
Okay.
Is it? I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
feel
I've
like
ever
there
heard it
is
called
a
in the
form
NFL.
of targeting in the NFL. I feel like I've heard that before. But point being, I don't remember, Seth. I don't remember the exact clip, so I can't really call what you're talking about with the other player. But yeah, I mean, it probably happens a lot. Just like holding happens on basically every fucking play. It's like almost like handpicked when they choose to just throw flags. So it's like, it's kind of just weird, bro. Like it's one of
Can I-
those things.
Can I bring it up on my phone?
Bring what up?
The hit.
I mean, if you want.
I don't think it'll transition well to video,
Yeah,
but
I don't think so.
yeah, we can't see that at all.
Oh, actually, yeah, we
Maybe
can.
we
Yes,
can.
we can. In what way, shape, or form is that targeting?
They better
got-
zoom in on that.
He got rocked, but he got hit in the back.
Hold on,
See,
wait till
that's
show
the
the
thing,
slow-mo.
Adrian.
Oh, he-
Targeting's
ow.
just the crown of the helmet.
If
Doesn't need to
anything,
be helmet to
I don't
helmet.
even know. I don't even know if that's a defenseless receiver.
Watch. Led with his helmet.
That's
I
not
mean,
the crown.
he was jumping. He didn't lead.
It's like if
With his
that,
helmet.
if that is a targeting call, I just like you can't play
Yeah.
the fucking sport. It's like
Yeah,
Lord
no,
forbid you
that's-
bend your
I don't
neck a
know,
little
targeting to
bit.
me.
You know what I mean? It's like that type of stuff stresses me out, bro. Because it's like, damn, like if I'm bending my head to like hug you, you know what I mean? But this makes contact before this. Like I shouldn't like get fucking like personal fouled or whatever for it. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I don't know. My personal opinion. I don't think it was targeting. I think I do agree with you by the definition of the rule of targeting.
Mhm.
Then yes, but I don't agree with the call because he had his arms out like he was going for the tackle. Granted, his head was down. That's what made contact first. But as a quarterback, you are taught to slide. If you do not slide, you are going to get hit.
But if he's
Okay,
He
but
chose-
it's irrelevant that it
chose-
was on
It
Justin.
is. It is irrelevant. You're talking
He
about
chose-
specifically Justin, and that.
Yeah.
That's.
I'm not saying just him. I'm not saying just him. I'm just saying overall, if you are a quarterback, you are taught to slide.
Okay.
If you do
yeah.
not slide, he tried to make a move.
Yeah.
You are
But-
susceptible to getting hit.
No, I agree with all that, Adrian. But the penalty wasn't because it was on the quarterback, the hit. If Trey Sermon gets hit like that right there, he's ejected for that hit too. As a running back.
See, I don't think so.
Yeah,
do.
because they're
I
going off the
think-
They're going
definition
off
of the rule.
of the crown, Adrian, not the
The
player.
quarterback was a runner
I
there.
understand
Yeah.
that. I understand that. But
If the same exact thing happened to any like a wide receiver or whatever, they're calling it because of the crown. You know what I mean?
So Adrian, if a player from Georgia got hit like that, if your quarterback got hit like that, would that be targeting?
Exactly.
I-
exactly
for
how it
the-
happened.
for the definition of the call, I agree with that. I don't think it was a good call, but for the definition of targeting, then yes.
So it was a good call. You just don't agree with the rule.
essentially.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I feel like, me personally, the way I see the quarterback in football is, I feel like they're more ruled in as like the refs try to protect them more. I feel like, personally, I don't know. That's just like my own like preference. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I think
makes
the
sense,
fact
though.
that he's a quarterback played into that.
Like you're throwing the ball and you're like sometimes these 350-pound men, sweaty
Grown.
men, just are trying to kill you in there, bro. Every time that you call hut, yeah, I would love some protection. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's that simple. But I wanted to ask something too, because my team didn't do well this year. Okay, they didn't do the absolute best. All right. So how do you guys feel about the Browns making the playoffs since what, 2002?
I'm actually excited.
I'm
actually very
really
I am
happy.
too.
Like, that's actually kind of cool.
like, and not to mention, the Dolphins as well. They've been terrible, and now they've stepped their shit up.
Did they make it? They didn't make
No,
it.
10-6, they missed the playoffs.
They missed the
Yeah.
playoffs, bro.
But I'm saying though, like most of the teams that were junk last year have like stepped up.
Dude, I feel it. I was heartbroken, bro. They got their ass beat on the Bills, and it was all up to Indianapolis, bro. Like, oh, that was so unfortunate. Shout out Lynn, bro. Like, damn, that shit was close as fuck. Like, it actually is really unfortunate. I would have loved to see that happen. The Bills are really strong this year, but this is besides the point. Yeah, how do you guys feel about the Browns? Like,
Yeah, I'm excited.
any
I
Browns
hope-
fans here?
No.
Well, I know you
Kind
two
of.
are. You kind of are. You're
Yeah.
a fan of somebody else though too. I forgot.
No, I'm just like, I'm a fan of players, but like if I
Yeah,
had
I
to
think
pick a
that's-
team to root
that's what you
for,
said.
then I'm rooting for the Browns. But like
Cool.
I root for specific players to do well.
Mm-hmm. Shout out
Yeah.
fantasy.
Honestly. No, but I'm excited the Browns made it. I'm disappointed that we don't have our head coach. That's
Or-
and
or
more to
few
come,
players.
possibly.
yeah.
Like Denzel Ward is a big factor. He's out.
Yeah.
Your guard, the right
Yeah,
guard,
Joel Biantonio or
Batonio, or
Antonio or
Bro,
however you
that's
say his
so
name. Yeah.
stupid. Like,
That's all right. Nick Chubb will get it done. He's a Georgia product. Don't worry, he got you.
You
Shout
know,
out.
Justin Fields is a Georgia product too, Adrian.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Okay. Okay.
He just couldn't handle sitting on the bench for a year.
behind who?
Jake Fromm.
He's better
The
than
Jake from
legendary
State Farm?
Jake Fromm.
damn, Jake from State Farm.
I don't. He's not. I don't think he's better than Jake Fromm personally.
I do.
I seriously don't. Honestly, I don't.
My boy.
His-
on
his-
Compare some
crackers.
stats.
His first year at Georgia, he was dog shit.
That's probably all you're judging it off of.
I don't think he's a bad quarterback, whether he plays for Ohio State or not. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I just
But you think
Jake
Jake
Fromm
Fromm is better?
No.
I still feel
I-
like we're going off course though. It's been 18 years, guys.
Yeah.
It's a
sorry.
large drought. I'm actually mind blown. I'm not gonna lie. Good for Mayfield, first off. You know what I mean. Good
hope
for
he
the
should
city. Like, that is awesome. Like, they play. All I wanted to see. All I wanted to see this year for NFL was the Browns to face the Steelers. You know what I mean? Like, that was something I really wanted to watch in the playoffs. Because they did face their fucking scrimmage team in the past couple of days whenever that game was. It was a proper win, good for them, but at the same time, it's still going to be different with a full team versus a scuffed team, you know what I mean? And the Browns side being scuffed, Point being, I honestly love the Steelers too, but like, I do want to see the Browns get it done. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would love to see, like, if the Bills end up taking it, for instance, to
will.
like the Super Bowl, which they probably
They will.
They probably
will.
will. Anything can
They
happen.
will.
But listen,
They will.
they probably will. And
They will. And they will win the Super Bowl.
it's crazy because I'm trying to finish. If it's the Browns versus the Bills, which that's how it would be, right? In the AFC Championship. My tweaking?
Yes, if the no, well, all right. So it depends because I don't know how like it's structurally seated. Like off the top of my head,
I
I'd have
think
to
that's
look.
how it's structurally seated.
But I know the Chiefs have the first round bye, so I'm
Yep.
pretty sure that yes. Well, no. All right. So if I'm using my knowledge correctly, the Browns were the 6th seed, so they put the Ravens. Who's the 7th seed? You guys know who the 7th seed is? It's the
Colts.
Colts, right?
Colts, yeah.
Okay. So the Colts play the Bills. So the Colts and the Bills will face the Chiefs. The Ravens play.
No, it's no matter how
Right.
it goes, the lowest seed always plays the highest seed.
Well, they added an extra team, so there's only one first round bye.
Yes.
Two plays 7, 3 plays 6, and then 4 and 5 play each other.
Yes, but
Yes.
either way though, they will find each other in the championship of the AFC if they go.
If they
That's
both
what,
win,
that's
I'm
what
pretty
I
sure.
was. That's what I was saying. Like if that's who they got to face, and if they end up losing to the Bills, right? Because this was my whole point, is that the Bills will probably take it. So it's like if the Browns lose to the Bills in the AFC Championship, it's still a successful season in my opinion. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, shit, it's really successful. Obviously,
I mean, yeah, you
just
made the
got there,
playoffs.
yeah, so.
hmm
You know, but like they can't stop there though. Like beating the Steelers would be such a morale booster. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it'd be huge.
oh, that'd be so big. And then you get everybody back for what? Titans versus Ravens. So whoever wins that. So like if like the Titans could win that too. So it's actually a good playoff bracket. I don't know.
Well, if
We'll see what happens.
If we beat the Steelers and the Bills beat the Colts, we would play the Chiefs.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's not what this looks like.
I
It
don't.
did-
I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
always the lowest number plays the highest number.
Hmm.
So we would be the
Gotcha.
highest number if the Colts lose.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because the
Okay.
first seed gets to play the worst
That
team.
would be a good game to play after the Steelers.
Yes.
I hope it happens. I really do. But
It's
I would
gonna be a
love
good
to
game.
see the
I
Bills.
hope.
I would love to see
I
the
think it
Bills
will
win.
be a good game. Like my grandma, she is a Steelers fan. She's a diehard too. She got one of those balls from however many years ago from one of the games she went to in Pittsburgh. And it somehow she got it signed by literally everybody that was on the team that year. She has it like glassed, cased, and everything. Huge
Oh,
fan.
that's sick.
You know, she also doesn't she hasn't watched like any of this year prior to like a week ago because of the kneeling situation and all that stuff, you know. But but yeah, so like, you know, if the Steelers win, that's cool. You know, they got Juju doing all the little TikToks, you know, but yeah, I kind of do want the Browns to pull it out. That's who I'm gonna root for that game. So yeah,
I'm still sticking to what I said. I still think the Steelers get first rounded. Whether the Browns are shorthanded or not, the Steelers are overrated by a long shot, and they are getting first rounded.
Yeah, the Steelers really did not play well the last like 5 games, 6 games.
yeah.
More than
5.
that even actually.
They shouldn't have even been 11-0, but I still stick to what I'm saying. I said it in a previous episode, and I'm sticking by it. The Steelers are getting first rounded.
I like it.
I'm cool with
I'm
it
down
too.
with it.
Who's winning this year?
The Super Bowl?
Yep.
Bills.
It's gonna come down to the Bills and I believe the Packers.
Or New Orleans.
And
Drew Brees last year.
it is Drew Brees' last year, supposedly.
Is it really?
But I think Aaron Rodgers is playing too good football to be beat right now. So I think it comes down to the Bills and the Packers, and I think the Bills take the whole thing.
It's gonna be hard for the Bills to get through the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's not.
See, I
Gonna,
don't
it's
think
definitely
so.
not going to be a cakewalk. I mean, like
No.
anything can happen. My guess is I'm gonna go Bills Saints. Especially if it's Drew Brees' last year. I didn't even know
what I'm
that.
saying.
That's gonna fuel it. But I ain't gonna lie though, like, and this is a hot topic. I'm not into sports anymore, so I don't even care if people are gonna grill me for this. But I think Aaron Rodgers is, you know, like GOAT
Top tier?
level. You know what I mean? GOAT level. So like he will be very, very hard to beat. But like I don't know that much of the Packers this year, anyways. It's just like he
would
is
you
so
say-
good.
Do you think the Bucks are gonna go far? with Tom Brady and Gronk leading.
See, I think Tom Brady's overrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
it's
think
ki-
he's
so
overrated.
it's just like
I think Aaron Rodgers is the best QB in the league. Well, not in the league, but like goat status. I think he's over
yeah,
Tom
I
Brady.
wouldn't say right now, but yeah, I mean he's fucking
Mm.
up there,
Probably.
dude. He's a good ass quarterback.
I don't think you can say of one Super Bowl he's the best.
Yeah, that's why I just said goat level. Like I don't think he's the absolute best, but
There you go.
I don't know. Like I don't know.
No, but the Bucks are gonna roll Washington football team,
100%.
I
and
agree.
then from there they'll probably play.
Love you.
Shit, I don't even know.
It'll be-
They'll probably be the team that plays the Packers. But I just looked. The Nick Foles led Bears took the Saints to overtime earlier this season.
Yeah, see, like that's like anything could happen in football because it's like the one game.
I mean,
Yeah.
speaking of Bears, didn't they make it too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
playoffs.
that's who the Saints play.
Mitchell Trubisky.
That's why I
leading,
said that.
Yeah, that's
But
who they
Nick
play.
Foles isn't starting. It's Mitch Trubisky. He started the last.
Yeah, but
quarter.
the Bears.
Yeah, I
have
know,
been
but
playing
I'm
really
saying
well.
that as in like
Yeah.
the Nick Foles Bears weren't as good as these current Bears, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100% correct.
Yeah, I think this is a better team than it was then,
It's
and
definitely going to be a good year.
they
for
took them to
Bucks.
overtime. Then it's going to be an interesting game.
A lot of
looking
teams out
forward
for
to it.
blood.
Speaking of, while we're talking about said football team, I want your guys' opinion. As you all know, I am a Cowboys fan. I'm a little hurt. You know, it is what it is. We had a dog shit season, but in week 17, we had a chance to make the playoffs, and we didn't execute. I don't know if anybody watched the game. There was a call that we should have challenged, and we probably could have won the game that way. Mike McCarthy did not challenge it, so we lost. Point being, that put the Giants in position to win the division
Hmm.
if the Eagles beat the football team. How do you guys feel about the Eagles throwing that game?
Throwing is a strong word.
They benched 10 plus starters. They took Jalen Hurts out after halftime,
Is that
down
wrong?
a touchdown. How are you a coach in the NFL and you play to lose a game?
Like
Okay.
like, oh my
So,
god, that hurt my
they-
head, chat.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna
I'm
fact
gonna
check
let
you a little
Jake
bit
have
here.
this. This is why I wanted him on here, so I don't have to do this
Yeah.
right now to you.
So they weren't down a touchdown when they took out Jalen Hurts after halftime. They were
It might have been
down
the
by
third
three.
quarter.
They
Okay,
were down by
3.
3. Jalen Hurts threw for 72 yards and an interception, going
He
7
also
of
had
20.
he also had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Okay, he can still run the ball if he isn't starting quarterback. He clearly was not throwing the ball effectively.
Okay,
Right?
fair enough.
You agree with
You,
that?
you would think that they'd put Carson Wentz in, correct?
Carson Wentz didn't dress. He chose not to dress.
Okay, either or. You're gonna put a third string quarterback.
Either or.
do you
Either
mean?
or,
They
the
don't have
next
another
the
quarterback.
next quarterback on the roster was Nate Sudfeld.
Correct.
Yes. So if
Either
your
or.
current quarterback isn't getting it done, that's what you do. We see quarterbacks benched all the time.
all the time.
And before playoffs, like it's just
Yeah,
like
and
it's
like
such
this
a
is an
stretch.
opportunity. Like you're still in this game, and it's not because of your quarterback at all. He is not getting it done. Take a chance. Winning you're in.
But the
Or well,
Eagles
not
were
winning
the
you're
Eagles,
in.
the
Not
Eagles were
winning
already
you're
out.
in. But win.
So you would think. But if your quarterback has 2 rushing touchdowns, got you 14 points on the board, you'd think you'd keep him in.
Not if he's not throwing the ball well. That's his job
You-
to throw the ball, not run the ball. That's why you have a running back. I understand
Rushing-
some.
Quarterbacks don't win long term. You cannot rely on them. You cannot expect Jalen Hurts to rush for another touchdown that
There's only
game.
Right.
one Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I was about to say you can't want every rushing quarterback to be Lamar.
I'm not saying that.
And Lamar hasn't won a
But-
playoff game.
Hey, your
Why
lights do look good though, Adrian. On a side note.
why pull Jalen Hurts when you have a chance to win the game? That just doesn't make sense to me. Like you
Because you
can't you just can't look at that game and tell me that it didn't look like they threw that game.
Okay,
You can't-
so wait, here. Let me just throw something at you real quick. So let's say Browns Steelers, Big Ben throws 3 interceptions and 55 yards in the first half. But the Steelers are only down by a field goal. But Big Ben is absolutely fucking terrible. Hasn't done shit all day. James Conner
That's a
has
factual statement.
2 touchdowns rushing, and that's the only reason they're still in the game. Would you not go and let Mason Rudolph try?
At least give a
I don't think Mike Tomlin would do something
And
like that.
mind you, Jalen Hurts is a rookie who started 3 games.
Okay.
Okay. You do not know
I'm
that
aware.
he's your quarterback of the future. Nate Sudfeld is your third string quarterback who you're paying $2 million to.
Okay.
Okay. Just throwing all that out there for you.
I mean, that validates your point, Jake.
I mean, I see. I understand what you're saying, but you can't you're already out of the playoffs. You're literally if they would have won, the Giants would have got in. I'm not saying that there's like some conspiracy. Oh, they hate the fucking Giants.
I feel like that's what your original thing was, though, right?
The original
Okay, but why are you choosing to bench all your starters?
So are you on the conspiracy or are you not? Because listen, I'm telling you
I'm not saying there's a conspiracy. I'm saying that Doug Peterson did not coach that game to win the game.
I disagree.
Okay, so then you could even fight and say that because this year has been so riddled with injuries.
Like ESPN agrees with me.
I'm not
big.
the rest of the podcast. I'm gonna go fuck myself.
Probably just
Adrian's just gonna scream over me like fucking Mike Pence screaming over.
It's like it's Among Us.
Harris, yeah.
Come on, Seth. What you got? Come on.
This cat's mad because his team didn't get in because the Eagles decided to bench their players.
It wouldn't have mattered if we were already out. We lost to the Giants. It didn't matter.
So then again, why are you pressing the issue so hard?
I'm not pressing an issue. I don't. How are you a coach in the NFL and you're not coaching to win a football game?
Sounds like a conspiracy.
So if you're a quarterback and you throw for 72 yards and 1 interceptions with no touchdowns other than running.
And when was this till? Like the third quarter or something?
Yeah,
they benched him at halftime, I believe.
I would pull you a whole half with not over 100 yards, with not even a fucking touchdown.
And I'm still giving you production.
Barely.
I would say 2 touchdowns is production.
Yeah, but that goes back to the point. You can't rely on rushing to win games as a quarterback.
Okay.
You need to throw the ball.
Fair enough. I just wanted your guys' opinion. I don't think they coached that game to win the game, and I wanted to know what you guys thought.
But I'm asking you, Adrian, if I came at you and was like, dude, I actually think something's up. I think that they planned to do this, so then this team goes to the playoff, like this type of thing, right? If I said that to you, I feel like there's like a 80-85% chance you would have agreed with me.
So
if you said what?
I just tried to explain it. Go ahead, Jake.
So, Adrian, what if they won this game?
That's
with Nate Sudfeld. Like, Nate Sudfeld didn't go out there and intentionally play bad. Like, those players weren't intentionally playing bad. They're all NFL players. They're all going out there and playing to win because they're playing for contracts. Yeah. They lost the game.
Did Gerard intentionally lose all of our games when we went 0-10 that one year? Or 1-10 whenever that happened?
No. I mean, obviously they're just playing bad football. But they went into the game benching 10-plus starters, and you pull your starting quarterback in half. I just don't think
he's playing bad football.
Yeah, I think we have to, like, the starting quarterback was still a rookie with 3 starts.
Let's talk about another fun subject, fellas. I'm going to switch the topic, Adrian. You're wrong. It's all good to have an opinion. It's just yours is wrong this time. All right, so OSU versus Bama, baby. Let's go. Go Blue! Go Blue! Gotta just put that in there. Fuck Ohio State. Absolutely gonna get dog walked by Bama. Let's go. Let's go.
I don't think so. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't think so. If we can rush the ball great, all right, not even great. If we can rush the ball good and stop Bama's running game and hold them on their passing game, I think we have a shot.
I haven't even watched a lick of Bama football this year. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
If we play like we played against Clemson, we have a fighting shot.
I thought Clemson was taking it, so like I it's all valid, you know what I mean? It's all love at the end of the day. I enjoy Michigan basketball, so I am a Michigan fan. Yeah, Ohio State played so good against Clemson, and I thought they were taking it all. So like, Yeah, they could definitely win. But before we get other opinions, Seth,
Yes.
you're an Ohio State fan. All right, see, I'm
Yes,
a
sir.
Michigan fan. We didn't get to play this year, correct?
Nope.
So let's make a bet here on episode 9, right?
So
Bama versus Ohio State. You know, while other opinions are going or whatever, think about whatever you want that bet. It could be money related. It could be some type of dare related, like something.
all right. So no dares. I'll throw 10 and a Twitch shout out.
Twitch shout out to my fucking one viewer that's gonna be in my Aim God stream later.
Or no. We'll do 10 cash and a sub.
A sub, yeah.
10 cash and a sub.
Some cash
I
and
like that
some.
one.
Cool. Goddamn. And I'll probably lose because I haven't even watched Bama, but I'm so down.
You're not going to.
They've been Bama's been wrecking shit. Like Devontae Smith is a wide receiver.
I'm
for
sure
Bama.
they are, but I'm taking it because fuck Ohio State, dude. You know?
But they also have one of their key receivers out. Jalen Waddle broke his ankle.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It
probably
does
Jalen
matter.
Waddle
Yeah.
is eligible to play this week, and it's very possible he's been practicing.
He might play.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to hear anything Georgia didn't make it.
Yeah, we won our bowl
but
game.
like this is
We
like
won
a,
our bowl game.
this is like a tick that I feel like you have, Seth, that I'm gonna bring up. It's like you bring up these like arguments that like don't work. You know what I mean? Like
I don't care. I'm just saying my team's in, his team's not. He's gonna be rooting against my team.
team's not in too, so
It's
my
not- I'm
opinion's
not even just
invalid at
root-
that point. Like
I'm not just rooting against Ohio State. They're going to get stomped
No,
into
we're
the
not.
fucking ground.
That's what he said about Clemson, and then we fucked Clemson.
and you can
Like-
have that opinion, but like you can't say that his stuff's all invalid because his team didn't make it. You know what I mean? It's just like none of us except for Jay can talk about the NFL playoffs at that point. You know what I mean? So it's like that's just not like the way to go.
Yeah, my
know.
my NFL team got shitted on this year by everybody.
Let's go, guys.
But we did break some records with
I
Justin
think we beat
Jefferson.
you guys though this year, so I'll take my dub.
Yeah,
The Cowboys beat both of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, and you're the worst team out of us three.
Actually, that's you, but that's fine.
There's not
but
even
I
a
mean,
close
I
shot.
think the Cowboys would have definitely been a playoff team if Dak was there. I was really
God,
hurt when
no,
Dak got
bro.
hurt, bro.
Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, Dak.
100%.
Dak
Well,
is-
actually, let me
Pause,
rephrase
pause.
that. No,
Yeah, one person
I don't
doesn't
think so.
change a football team that much, bro. Come on.
When did
A quarterback
when did
can,
Dak
but-
tear his ACL?
he
Like
didn't
week
tear his
3?
ACL. He broke his ankle. He
Oh,
dislocated it
my
and then
bad.
broke it. It was week
Week
4
5.
or 5. Yeah.
So week 5, he was 1-3 at that point.
Yes, we were 1-3.
And
Okay.
he could have completely changed his season around, I guess.
But
It was the
We-
best of his career.
yeah, he was having the best season of his career
Yeah,
so
but
far.
you're only showing
Oh, yeah.
like 4 games though. Like it's just hard to like be like, yeah, you know.
Our entire offensive line was hurt though too. Literally everybody. We had one starter all year.
Your offensive line's really old.
It is.
It was good like
I-
4 years ago.
I think we're drafting a lineman this year with the 10th pick.
So do you
Got
it.
guys think you know what's gonna happen in the OSU game?
I think Alabama is definitely going to have the whole first half. I will confidently say Alabama has the whole first half. Just because
Really?
Ohio State doesn't come out swinging like they used to. Like they start out so conservative and then they go fucking hungry in the third and fourth quarter. Like that's when they start to shine. But I mean, I don't know. That's when
It's interesting.
I don't know.
I actually disagree with that. I think if anything, Ohio State's gonna have a better first half because of the coaching mismatch. Like, as an Ohio State fan, I can confidently say 10 times out of 10, I'd rather Nick Saban coaching my team,
100%.
or I'd rather the team I'm rooting for be coached by Nick Saban than Ryan Day. And that's no shot against Ryan Day. He's doing great, but it's only his second season coaching.
Yeah, he needs a little bit more.
So
Under
I
his
think the halftime adjustments by Alabama are going to be much better than by Ohio State.
I don't know. We'll see, but I do think Alabama will have the first half. They're gonna come out faster. But since we're talking about playoffs, I'm an Ohio State fan. I don't think we should have been in the playoffs.
Why?
6 games.
Yeah, we don't have the games. We didn't have the games. We started late. We shouldn't have been in. Simple. I just
I
think
mean,
I just
that's
think
fair. It's not
if
Ohio
they-
State's
Yeah.
fault though.
yeah, well
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. It's not their fault, but they didn't have we didn't have fucking as many games played as everybody else, so we're more fresh. That's why we're stomping everybody.
Yeah, but a
But
lot of the arguments against Ohio State was like we haven't gone into a rhythm yet against Clemson. Not that we're more fresh. That like, do you know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I just think like on the fairness side of everything, we shouldn't have been in, opposed
See,
to people who's been playing the whole time NCAA football has been up.
my opinion on it, because like you can't really do anything about COVID, like in their protocols that they have to follow. It's kind of, and it doesn't even hurt to say, because like through the years, I just like being a non-biased person as best as I can, because everybody's biased. But it's like, um Ohio State is deserving of that playoff spot. Like they are good enough to be in that top 4 conversation and stuff. And like Jake said too, like it's a valid statement, you know what I mean, like what you're saying. But in my opinion, I think that they deserve it too. Like it's not like that
I'm
they've
not
only played
disagreeing
6
with y'all.
games and like you can't see through those 6 games that they are a top 4 top 5 team, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
I think
I'm
they
not.
deserved it, so.
Like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I'm just saying
I know.
on the fairness side that it's not fair to a team that's been there the whole time. But then
I think
again,
it's
it's
worth
not.
the conversation, but I
Yeah,
definitely don't think that like they shouldn't have made it just because of the lack of games because of COVID. Like, it's fucked
Who would
up.
you have? Who would you have put in?
I wouldn't have put anybody else.
A
in.
and M
No, Seth, or Adrian.
A&M or Cincy.
I probably would have put Cincy in.
Since
You
he's
can't.
since he's never would have got in.
I don't. Yeah, but you can't discredit 9-0.
They're not even a Power 5 team. Yes, I can.
So okay, so then you don't think UCF should have been in when
No.
they went on that
No.
streak?
No, they would have gone absolutely destroyed.
Manhandled.
I don't think in this current playoff format a non-Power 5 team should ever get in. But I also don't agree with a 14 format. I want an
like
18
college,
format.
yeah.
I want an 18 format where all 5 Power 5 champions get in. The best non-Power 5 team, and then the next best 2 teams.
So okay, before this year, because they did join a conference, Notre Dame shouldn't have been in the playoffs at all, period, whatsoever.
Notre Dame's different because they're independent.
But no, they're
in
not.
a conference, and they play.
They're not a Power 5.
But the point is that they're not in a conference. So they play ACC teams, they play SEC teams, they play Big Ten teams. Cincinnati, in what conference are they in? I don't even know off the top of my head.
The AAC, I'm pretty sure, something like that. All American Conference, I think.
Okay. So their schedule, I have it pulled up right now: Appalachian State, Army, USF, Tulsa, SMU, Memphis, Houston, ECU, UCF, Temple was canceled, but Tulsa, yeah. Like,
Okay, who did Ohio State play?
I'll pull up our schedule. Nebraska, Penn State, Rutgers, Maryland. No, Maryland was canceled. Indiana, MSU, Northwestern.
So
Okay, so
definitely
the only good team out of that names that you just said was Indiana.
what?
What? Okay, you can argue that, but if all of the Big Ten teams played, all of the All American Conference, if that's what it's called, teams, the Big Ten would destroy them.
I agree with that. I agree with that statement.
So then why are you saying the only good team Ohio State played was Indiana when we're talking different levels? We're talking equivalent like Division 1 versus Division 2 football.
But you can't necessarily 100% say that because they put up a fight against us. We're Power 5. We barely beat Cincinnati. And we're a good team.
It happens in football. I don't know. It's like one game.
Any team can win on any given day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think a non-Power 5 team deserves to be in simply in a 4-team format. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I mean, look, Georgia was ranked 9.
I agree. Yeah, we were.
And like Cincinnati lost. So Cincinnati lost to the 9th best team in the country, and you
I
think
mean,
they deserved a playoff spot?
they were 8.
Okay, because they were 9-0 against all American conference. Do you
Like,
think
I
a
don't even.
team? Do you think the 8th best team losing to the 9th best team deserves a spot in the college football playoff? Do you think Alabama, or okay, if you put Notre Dame in, yeah, if you put Notre Dame in 4, Cincinnati in 3, do you think Clemson wouldn't have beat Cincinnati by 40 points?
Trevor Lawrence did not play a good football game.
That's not what I asked you.
I think it would have been a decent game. I don't think it would have been.
You
40,
think it would have
but
been a decent game?
I
Yeah.
think no. I think they would have been blown out.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been close whatsoever. And same against Alabama. It's just a different level of team. That's why I'm fine with an 18 format. Like if the best non-power 5 team wants a chance, then that's great, but they're going to lose by 40 every time.
I mean, I get it. I mean, we have to play Alabama. I don't fucking like playing Alabama. It's not fucking fun.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's just
part of
that's how
being in the
college
SEC.
football rolls.
Yeah. But Georgia would have got in to the playoff probably over Ohio State if they didn't lose to Florida, if they only lost to Bama.
I agree. We should have.
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't play well against Florida, but we should have won.
There's definitely
Regardless of
SEC bias. Like
But
SEC is the best conference by far, and that's why you guys get in with losses all the time over teams without losses. Do you
I
think
even
that's fair?
agree. I even agree that we should be ranked higher than Florida was, regardless of the fact that we lost to them.
I mean, Florida had 3 losses. You had 2 losses, and one of them was head-to-head against Florida.
We lost
So-
head to head. We lost head to head to Florida. We lost to Alabama. Florida lost to Texas A&M and LSU.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, without a set way of scoring teams, it's all opinion based. Like at least in the
That's all
NFL,
it is, yeah. It's like boxing.
like at least, yeah. I don't know. I don't think a team that loses head to head should be ranked higher unless it's like significant, where it's like some random team is beating Alabama because that occasionally happens. Like Alabama's still going to be ranked above them. But teams with similar records, I don't think a head to head should ever be like diminished.
Fair enough.
I think Ohio State is deserving of the spot. 6 games is kind of unfortunate, but I'm glad that they gave them the opportunity because now they're facing the best team. So it's all good. It's all gravy. I am going to switch the topic because holy fuck, you can only get so much
before you do that,
football, man. Like it's like you just throw this. Go ahead.
Before you do that, Alabama's gonna win. Number 1. Okay. I think I do agree with Seth. Or no,
I'm
not
probably
Seth.
gonna
I
give
agree
Seth
with you, Jake.
money because like now I'm like with you. You know what I mean? Like me and you were cheering for the same team finally for once and fucking ever. And it's like Ohio State's probably gonna win now because you're rooting with them, like or with me.
Shut
Like,
up.
fuck.
I agree with Jake. I think that Ohio State is going to have a better first half because that tends to happen against Bama. It happens with us every time we play Bama. We have a phenomenal first half, and then we get our dicks beat in the second half. I think Ohio State's going to come out. They're going to come out swinging. I think you guys are going to trade back and forth. Halftime's going to hit, and then I bet Alabama's just going to run with it after that.
Cool.
They have too many weapons. Their defense is phenomenal, and I just don't. I don't think you can compete. You have to play a perfect 4 quarters, 60 minutes of football to beat Alabama, and I don't think you're capable of doing it.
There you go, says the Georgia fan. I'm gonna pull the Seth card on that one. All right, I wanted to ask the 2 Call of Duty fanboys in here, hard grinders, and I will preface this as well. Shout out to that boy Seth. I almost said your last name, and I guess I actually could because it's your fucking Twitch name.
Yes, sir.
But you know, Seth Valentino, everybody, a new affiliate on Twitch. Let's go. Mad props to him. I don't see enough hands. You know what I'm talking about? I know that boy Jake. You know what I'm talking about? The ninja thing, New Year's. I don't see any hands.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking
Damn,
about.
it completely went over your fucking head. That would have been such a good
did.
moment too.
I didn't think it. Didn't he say like?
Not enough hands. It was something like
Is that what he said?
Well, come
Yeah.
on,
I thought he
don't
said like
stand
I'm
there.
not seeing enough hip movement or
Babe,
something.
come on, don't just stand there.
Because he was doing the
I
floss.
thought it was. It might have been that. Fuck you, bro. Yeah, it's something. I don't know. Damn, I was scuffed. But anyways, To the Warzone fans, I don't know who Seth's talking to, guys. I'm asking the same thing too. He got a
Sorry.
mute thing, like
Uh-huh.
he could go like this and mute, but sometimes it
Good.
doesn't happen. I don't know. But I'll ask you, Adrian. I heard the MAC-10 and the DMR got nerfed in Warzone.
It did. It
But it's-
did.
it's
But
still-
Is it significant? Wait a minute, Seth. I'm asking Adrian. Yeah, because those were the best guns in the game, right?
yes, that is the current meta of Warzone.
One.
The DMR got nerfed. The Type 63 got nerfed.
And the pistols.
The MAC-10 and the Diamatis, the dual Diamatis got nerfed.
Diamatis.
Type 63.
I already said that.
All right, let's not make this like a
Um,
half an hour topic too, because I
yes,
can
that
only
is
take
the-
so much Call of Duty. But
That is the current meta. But me and Seth were playing earlier. We got a couple dubs, and I had to throw the backpack on.
probably
One
cap.
game. One game.
It
I-
definitely wasn't.
I had no kills and 200 damage because I was getting pinched every time I fucking landed. All right, I apologize for that game, but before you got on, I got a dub. Okay, and then you
Um,
got one, and then we went back to back, and then we missed one, and then we got another one. So I don't want to fucking hear it.
Okay, yeah, we won. We won a couple today. I still stuck with the meta. I was using the DMR and the MAC-10. I do think that you can tell a difference with the MAC-10. It doesn't have as much damage as it did. It doesn't load as fast.
It still got recoil up the ass too,
If you have the right attachments, no. It's
because they only
pretty-
decreased the headshot multiplier on the Mac.
Yeah. They didn't do a lot to it. They just reduced the damage a little bit, which you can tell a little bit. It's not significant, but you can tell that it hits less hard. As for the DMR goes, pretty much they added recoil to it, and they added a damage reduction. Yeah, but it still hits pretty hard. And I mean, I had 11 kill win, a 9 kill win, and a 13 kill win. So it still hits pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to ask because I saw that popped up on my feed, and I knew that was like the main thing people were rocking. So yeah. Or I think Jake was gonna
there's
say
a little
something.
static coming from you right now.
Me?
Yeah, like when you're talking, a little static coming.
It might have been because my phone was near.
Can you guys hear it? Or is it just
No.
me? It might just be me.
Yeah, because I
He's
can hear
clear.
static from yours a little bit.
No, we're good.
I don't know.
Kind of sounds like his
Okay.
MacBook, but like just the small version, you know? Like you got an updated MacBook. But so have you guys heard about what happened to PogChamp today?
Uh,
I'm happy
Got
that
removed
this
from
is popped.
Twitch.
Yeah. So PogChamp, the icon, the fucking emo PogChamp that everybody from Twitch knows, got banned basically because of everything that happened today at the U.S. Capitol. I don't know if Jake knows, but like there's some type of tie in between the two things, and I don't know if people were just using it in a violent way online or something, but like they actually removed arguably their biggest emote off of Twitch. You know, it's kind of crazy. Like it's PogChamp, baby, like crazy. Yeah.
So wait, they removed it because of what happened today?
It's definitely like a direct correlation. They tweeted about it. I don't remember the exact tweet, but it was about like everything that went on. Something like I don't know if it's the specific person that's in the emote or whatnot of like the reason of it being removed, but point is it got removed from Twitch. I think it's kind of crazy because like that's like a household name for thing. Like everybody knows Pog, even if you don't watch like Twitch. Like it's like Pog. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Is like all like Pog emotes gone, or just PogChamp?
I think it's PogChamp. All right. So their tweets are this. It says we want the sediment and use of Pog to live on. Its meaning is much bigger than the person depicted or image itself, and it has a big place in Twitch culture, which is very true. However, we can't, in good conscience, continue to enable use of the image. So I don't know if it's it sounds like the person depicted or image itself. Like when they said that, it might be something directly towards the person that it's his face, or whatnot. On behalf of the rioters, a woman who was shot and killed in law enforcement. So I'll read this real quick, because this is actually kind of crazy. It says, in the tweet, whatever his name is, the person that is the picture, he called for civil unrest on behalf of one of the rioters, a woman who was shot and killed by law enforcement inside of the Capitol. He referred to her as the MAGA martyr and characterized her death as an execution. And this is the person behind the picture. So they removed it. They said, "Fuck your pog. You're standing up for something that's crazy. Get off of our website."
Interesting.
Basically. Yeah, so I don't know if they'll put it back on. I would argue that they probably won't.
Yeah, it's probably not coming back.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That is, yeah. But I mean, it's probably the right decision for Twitch overall because they would have had backlash from not removing it.
Yes.
So
I agree. Couple more things.
Before we get too far away from it, because I know we just talked about it, I am taking us back to football real quick. We were gonna do this episode a couple days ago, so it would have been a little bit more relevant then. Aye, Captain. Anyway, so it would have been a little bit more relevant then. But it's already happened. I will give you my opinion. It's about the Heisman. I thought that Devonta Smith deserved to win it, but I thought Mac Jones was going to win it just because it is such a quarterback-heavy trophy. But yeah, what do you guys think? You think he deserved it? You think it was well
I think so.
deserved? I
yeah,
guess?
I think so. It was a really good season. You know what's interesting? I was looking at some stats today on the Heisman because I wanted to see the voting, and something popped up. I think it was Michael Crabtree in 2007. His stats. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me 1 second. You can keep going. Yeah.
What do you?
In 2007, Michael Crabtree had like 2,000 yards and like 20 some touchdowns and didn't finish in the top 10 in the Heisman voting.
Did you get top 10?
Yeah, didn't finish in the top 10 in the Heisman voting. I need to find this.
But yes, for anybody wondering, he's a wide receiver. He won the trophy. He's the first one since Michigan's very own Desmond Howard in 1991. Was the last time a receiver took the Heisman.
30 years.
1991. Wow, that's a long time.
That's kind of crazy.
So what do you think?
Okay.
Well, Jake, good.
Okay, sorry. In 2007, Michael Crabtree as a freshman at Texas Tech, 134 catches, 1,962 yards, and 22 touchdowns. Didn't finish in the top 10 in the Heisman voting. Devonta Smith today won the a couple days ago won the Heisman with 1,600 yards, 105 receptions, and 20 touchdowns.
He had a couple rushing touchdowns too. But that's kind of crazy that he didn't even finish top 10.
It is.
Yeah, who can you figure out who won the Heisman that year?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow? Okay.
Damn.
Well, I mean, that makes a little more sense. That Florida team was something else.
It was definitely an insane team, but I'm amazed that he didn't finish in the top 10. Like there were two like defensive linemen that finished higher in the voting than he did. Kind of an insane stat. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Okay, sorry. That was completely
good.
random.
What were your thoughts, Seth?
I mean, I didn't really follow the Heisman much this year, but he played great this year. I've watched a lot of highlights from him. It's about really all I can say.
Yeah, I don't give
I
a
know you're
fuck
not.
about college. So.
Yeah, I know you're not well versed in college.
Yeah, no, simple. Yeah, ugh, it makes my skin like what's that called?
Crawl.
Makes my skin crawl sometimes just talking about college because it's like I compare a lot of the similarities of like the issues I have with it with boxing a lot. And so it's like a lot like, but at least like college football is entertaining to watch like more than boxing. So I guess that goes for it. But yeah, it's a broken system to me. So I just don't go into it that much. Good for homie though. I want to ask you guys something. This is kind of left field, but it'll probably be a topic that might take a little bit of time. And I probably know some of your guys' opinions. I've indulged in certain things that some people in this little square won't ever do in their life. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's a little weird, but I'm gonna just come out and say it. Do you guys believe in any like people that are psychs, you know what I mean, or whatever that's called, that like tell
Psychics.
you some shit, you know what I mean, like not on the, I don't know how to explain it, but like the people that do palm readings and like those type of things, like I kind of want to go in like a that would be clockwise. I don't know how it actually is set up for you guys, but we'll go with Jake and then Adrian and Seth, like that. I kind of want to know your guys' opinions on this because I've kind of dived into it somewhat recently, like looking into it and stuff. I don't know if there's a specific word for like the people that do like palm readings.
Psychics.
Is it psychics? Like,
I think so.
I feel like there's different versions. You know what I mean?
There might be. I think in general it's like psychics. Though,
yeah, but yeah,
inclusive term.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's bullshit. I don't believe any of it.
Cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just like being able to read a person and their personality traits, and then handpicking information to give them.
Yeah, well, so actually before Adrian goes to, I'm gonna just go to, so I thought it was like complete bullshit, probably upwards of like even like a month ago, you know what I mean, prior. I thought it was complete bullshit too. And I've yet to get my palm read or anything, and I'm sure, you know, certain, like for instance, right, I'll speak from a personal thing. When I went up to Cleveland, the person that my dad's with is very, very into this stuff. Like I don't know if she does readings on people. I don't think she does because she probably would have asked me, but she has a specific person, and it's not a what did you just say? A psychic. It's not a psychic. It's a different word, and it's like a specific like person, like a Buddhist in a way, but for hand like reading, and so it's like a specific person that helps her with stuff, and she wanted to do this when I went out there, right? Because like it helped my dad or something.
To you?
The person that my dad's with, right? The girlfriend, she wanted me to get my palm read from her palm reader, right? Because like it helped my dad or whatnot and stuff. And so she's asking me questions about my past. And so I told her, and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like this is the reason I don't believe in this stuff, because I can give you very small information about my past and certain traumas, and you can get somebody like me, for instance, I could really read back to you something that could be very close to something that happened in your past, right? And it really tug at your emotional heartstrings, and then you are walking out of that class or situation thinking that that person's a real psychic, you know what I mean? Because like they knew a little bit about your past, you know? So it's kind of like, I still do think it's a little bit bullshit, but the reason I went first instead of Adrian is because I have this new bracelet thing that she gave me, and it was really the only thing that was positive of that situation. It was super cool because she has multiple things of these bracelets, and I don't believe in it as much as she does. She's fully into it and about like protecting her energy and everything. She's very about it, you know? And to me, my opinion on it is I basically like treat it almost like how like some people treat religion, you know what I mean? It's like if that's what's helping you, you know what I mean? Like to me, it's kind of like shout out to Donye. He said like as long as it makes you happy, you know what I mean, and you're not putting other people down for it, then like fucking do it. You know what I mean? If somebody puts this on and they feel something from it, right? And it gives them some type of dopamine that makes them feel good, you know what I mean? And they're not using it in a negative way, then like it's a good thing, right? Even if it's not true, you know? Even if it's not, if there's no science backing it, maybe it really does help people, you know what I mean? And so that's basically my opinion. I don't really do believe in it, but like I haven't taken this thing off since that trip, I did when I was playing Aim Gods because it's kind of weird. And I put it back on, and like the beads do feel really nice. She connects it to energy. To me, my body temperature is warmer than the beads, so when I take it off and I put it back on, that's why it feels colder. It's not because of the energy that's in the beads, like, you know what I mean? I don't treat it like that, but it's like it does feel amazing, and I enjoy it. It's called I'm probably gonna butcher it, but it's called like a IEM or IME bracelet. For anybody, if anybody watches this that's really into crystals, like it's a big thing about psychics and stuff. And I just wish I knew the proper term, because I feel like it's like for like transgender and like stuff, there's certain trigger words that like you got to be careful. And like I think like psychics and stuff, they got specific things that they're like, you're like belittling us by saying this specific thing. Like I really do think it's like that, but fuck it, you know what I mean? Because we're not complete dog walking it. But go ahead, Adrian. What's your thoughts on the whole palm reading and stuff?
I mean, I kind of somewhat I agree with you. Like, it's not like I don't think it's necessarily like real, but like if that's your lane, that's what you like doing, what you like investing your time in, then by all means, fucking go be happy. Go do what you fucking want to do with your life.
It's not hurting nobody.
Yep.
But no, I don't necessarily think it's real. I kind of like agree with like Jake said. Like you can give someone a little bit of information and they can just kind of like elaborate, and kind of take just like a shot in the dark, almost. And then they're like, if they're like somewhat close, they're like that makes you feel like they're like, oh shit, like this person kind of knows me, like they know some shit. And then you're like, at that point, it kind of transforms you into like a, well shit, this shit like might be serious, might be real. Like I might believe this now. Like kind of like that.
Start going once a month.
Yeah.
See what your future looks like.
So I mean, I personally don't necessarily think it's real, but I mean, if you do, then good for you. If you're happy, do your shit, and that's about it. That's all I got.
Go ahead, Seth.
I don't believe in it. I believe in like ghosts and spirits and shit, but I don't believe in like a tarot card reading or a palm reading.
See, I don't think we've talked about this on stream before, but like, so can you go in depth? You said ghosts and spirits. Do you like have a definition for what a spirit is? Like I'll help you out. Like what's your definition without even looking it up, like what a spirit is? Cuz you said ghost and spirit.
Spirit basically like something that like an unearthly unnatural being or something like that, like something
non-physical.
Non-physical entity. Non-physical entity that isn't harmful.
So, like so you believe in peaceful?
Yes, but
peaceful spirits.
I also believe in evil.
Can evil be harmful?
Evil can be harmful.
100%. I am definitely afraid to get dragged out of my bed sometimes. 100%. I'm so like I do not fuck with ghosts. Period.
It's a real thing.
I fucks with ghosts.
It really is.
So what's the definition on a ghost? Because isn't there a difference? Am I wrong, Jake?
I think so. I'm pretty sure there's like a difference a little bit.
Like a ghost is a, I don't know this word. APPARITIO. A Persian?
An apparition.
An apparition. An apparition. Hey, Gerard, folks. An apparition of a dead person. That's basically what a ghost is defined as. And a spirit is a non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character, like the soul of a person in a way.
Yeah. So like it's more. So like, a spirit is like the good side of, you know, say like I die, I'm a spirit. I'll be a spirit, or I'll be a ghost, which I could be either evil or good. As like ghost is evil or good.
Yeah. And see, we have to try our best to, cuz like I don't know everybody completely in the sense of you know how open people are talking about religion and stuff. So like we don't have to cross that boundary. You know, I'll just say that for all like us talking. But
I mean,
it's like it like talking about this stuff, it's literally directly correlated to religion in multiple ways. So it's just like, you know what I mean? For some people, they could like literally they can't believe in it because of the religion that they follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like to me with the Christian upbringing that I was taught throughout my whole life, like it wouldn't really make sense of the spirit still being on the earth, right? If you're supposed to go up to heaven or hell or whatnot, because the spirit is your soul, and your soul is what leaves, right? Is that the Christian
Yeah.
way? Am I
It's
tripping?
like the Christian and Catholic. Like your soul is put in purgatory, and purgatory is supposed to be a holding place. You know, awaiting trial per se.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know. I know you said like you don't want to cross that bridge.
I'm okay with it. So it's like
Yeah,
I'm
I
really
am too.
talking to Jake and Adrian.
But I'm not religious, but I do believe there is a
Because
God.
I don't like pushing people's like boundaries, whatever people like talking about. I don't care about talking about politics. I don't care about talking about religion. Because like to me, I feel like having different outlooks on how other people look at life. It's like the only way like to like learn stuff is by like realizing other things too. And it's like if you're really I'm confident in what I believe in, so it's like hearing somebody talk about what helps them carry on through life. You know what I mean? It's like to me it's like kind of awesome to listen to in a way because it's like anything could like I have a Bible, you know what I mean, and I don't do as much due diligence, if you will, about reading it because of what I've already read. I just don't fucks with I like it's just like to me, and so I just haven't decided to fully read like the full Bible, which I know I will at some point, just because how my head works. And like I've always been chasing like the truth, whatever that is, but it's always gonna be up for grabs in my eyes. So I can't necessarily believe in the Bible, just because of how quick my head moves, and I just can't trust. I can't put that up to faith. So I'm okay with being wrong, basically.
Yeah, I do.
You
But
know,
I don't. I'm not religious. I don't believe everything that was put in the Bible is true. Um,
like I
I don't.
said though, is it cool if we talk about ghosts and spirits, Jake and Adrian?
Oh, I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
It's not my podcast.
Well, I know,
This-
but because like I'm not like it's the same thing. Like if you weren't comfortable talking about Trump and like certain politics, I like we like wouldn't talk about it. You know what I mean? It's just a respect thing. Like you know what I mean? That's why
No,
I'm saying.
I mean, most of this is just going like right over
Yeah, cool.
my head.
Yeah, and that's how
be
it should
honest.
be
So, yeah, you're good.
if you know like what you believe in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So point being, to me, I don't believe in ghosts necessarily, but I do believe in some type of spirits. I think I definitely could be wrong because there's no proof. Like as far as I know, like there's nothing really to justify it. There's some gimmicks, but like I don't think there's any justifiable proof. So it's kind of like a faith thing, like you know what I mean? Kind of like how religion is in a way. But to me, I would like to think that spirits are real. The closest thing to somebody that I've lost that I could get back if you feel that energy around, certain things like that. But it's hard for me to judge because I'm kind of lying to myself, to be honest. I think I actually don't believe in any of it. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. That like if I had a gun to my head right now, like that's what I would say. Like I wouldn't believe in any of it because I'm so comfortable with like Adrian said something about somebody pulling you. You know what I mean? I'm cool if I die by a spirit. Like that's kind of a cool way to go out. Like not too many people can say like a ghost took them out. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I don't know, like some crazy shit. You see some shit floating, and you're like, "Oh, I'm about to die." Like it would be kind of crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't believe in spirits. Never mind.
So then I have two questions for you. One, do you believe in demons? Do you believe in a evil entity?
Dude, it's kind of crazy. I feel like I'm like spiritually shut off in where I live in my life right now. Like I don't know if it had to do with that Cleveland trip and stuff, but like I'm like so shut. Like I can't even like literally just what Jake said. That's how I feel right now. I'm kind of like closed off on this because it's like I don't think I do. I could.
Okay, so then my second question would be, do you
I've
believe?
never felt or experienced anything like that.
Well, this okay. So I want to word this correctly,
Go ahead.
so it would be easier for you to understand. Do you believe in that we are recycled souls, or we had a life before this?
I don't.
Like
I don't know,
reincarnation?
cause like I just it's weird, cause like I don't have any backing. You know what I mean? I wish I was smart enough to like be super like as close to 100% as you can be in like these type of topics, cause like this is what I enjoy talking about. But it's like to me, right? I don't feel like anybody really knows. It's kind of like it's like whatever. Like I said, it's like whatever helps you push through the life that we are currently living and like gives you some type of like thing, because like to me I was an atheist for a decent amount of my life, and it's just such a closed-minded thinking of like I don't know, because like I never really looked into like the science of like the Big Bang and all that bullshit. So like as soon as
Yeah,
I did, I was like, this is kind of cap, you know what I mean? But I still don't. I don't want to just give my life to Christ, you know. But I started doing more research and whatever. But I don't want to really make it about me. But it's just like I feel like, what was your original question?
like do you believe in demons, an evil entity?
I feel like the closest thing to all of this that I do believe in is karma. You know what I mean? So it's like if that's what you think, like if you do something wrong or you do a string of things that are wrong and you get the karma part of it that's like negative, you know? Some people might be able to treat that as like a demon or bad energy, whatever you're talking about, like something's going on in that little spot because of the string of bad karma you brought to yourself, you know? So maybe in some type of like facet, I don't
Okay,
know.
so I'll say I believe in karma to a certain extent. There
Yeah.
are plenty of bad people in this world that continue to do bad, but they're constantly they're constantly getting good shit happen to them. Like the term "bad things happen to good people."
Yeah.
Not everybody that's good is gonna get good. Not everybody that's bad is gonna get bad. You know what I mean? So that's
Mhm.
where my karma's cut off. But the whole reincarnation thing, there have been multiple cases since 2017. The biggest one was a 4-year-old kid said that in his past life he had a family. I don't know
Mhm.
what state it's in. You could look it up after the
I know
podcast
what
or
you're talking about though with the grave.
um, yeah, he got murdered by somebody, and his body was basically dumped
Mhm.
into like a park.
Yeah, they found the
Yeah,
weapon too.
yeah. He told his mom that he was murdered in his past life. He took her to the site. He gave the name of who killed him and where the weapon was. Just you know, threw away,
Mhm.
and the police got involved. They ended up finding the body. They ended up finding the weapon and the man, and then the man came out and confessed to it and said, yeah, I did this, 30, 40 years ago. So that's why I think that, at some point we are recycled. We like our souls are recycled into new bodies. Um, and then even the thing of like, everybody talks about the light at the end of the tunnel when you die. And if you think about it, when you're being born, the doctors have lights on you or on your mom to bring you out so they could see, you know. So essentially, they're saying the light that's in the room with you, um,
He'll be
is the
back.
light that you're coming into, type shit. So like basically, our souls are just recycled in new bodies, and there's no way we have all this knowledge, and it's all new. This has to be, something recycled from the past, essentially. And this
So
is all.
let me cut you off real quick because I understand what you mean. A couple people that I do like that, like I know that I'm close to in real life, have that same belief. Um, in a couple different ways. But it's like, to me, right? My question, my counter argument to you, with that whole story, because I know the same exact story that you're talking about. To believe the kid, or the story that came out that the kid told the parents, you know what I mean? There's no direct proof, you know what I mean? We're taking like the verbal like trust of this 4-year-old, or from the people that brought the story out, that the kid is the one that gave all of this information out, you know what I mean? And it could make it seem, by how you read it and stuff, like, wow, like 100% this kid is from a different life, you know what I mean? Like, he knew exactly where everything was and all that stuff. And that's how I was, because I heard about that when I was still in high school, like a freshman or some crazy shit. And it made that was a big thing that like made me rethink stuff. But like, it's like, to me, what I'm trying to say is like, this is basically the same thing as the Bible, you know what I mean? We're taking words, like we're taking words and trusting them, you know what I mean? And for a Bible, to me, I even though I don't believe in the Bible, I would believe in the Bible more than the 4-year-old of the story that came out, when there's also still like no proof, you know what I mean? It's a bad thing about me though, because I need some type of proof, you know what I mean? That's a big argument for a lot of Christians, that for people like me that need to see the proof, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to really break that, because you can't provide that visual proof, you know? So it's kind of hard, but I don't know, that's basically my counter argument, is like, you can't really put all of the trust into that 3-year-old or 4-year-old, because it could have just been like some crazy story that came out, you know what I mean? And like, it was kind of set up.
But how would it be set up if a 4-year-old who can't read and write tells you the exact
But
location?
how do you know that it was the
Manipulation.
kid? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know it was the kid that specifically told the parents, and then they got the news into it and all this type of stuff? It's like, we don't know. You know, like, there's no way to prove that kid one day was just like, yo, mom, like, trust. You know what I mean? Like, just follow my lead, contact the police, let's get this started. You know what I mean? Let's find my body. Like, I can't believe that.
I can understand that, but
it could be real too. I'm not, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be real, but I don't have the proof to make that my like belief per se, because of that thing. It could open your mind up to it though, if that's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then my counter argument to that, what?
Tell him about the kid that said he was shot in the head.
Find it for me. I don't remember. But my counter argument to that would be, basically, we have no proof of the things that happen in the Bible. The Bible was written thousands of years ago.
There actually is a lot of proof. I'm not even backing it. Believe me, this isn't my thing, but my grandfather is really, really into this shit. You know what I mean? Like, really into this shit. And like, he's came at me with a lot of topics that are true, you know what I mean? And a lot of landmarks. That's a very important thing. Like, the landmarks and this type of stuff. I mean, there is a lot of facts that are in it too.
I'm big into the landmarks. Like, I'm not saying that the whole Bible is wrong, or that it's made up, but some of the things that are in the Bible, I don't believe, because it's not possible.
Anything's possible.
No, it's not.
In the Bible, it said Samson was a big person in the Bible. His hair was his strength. They said when they cut his hair, he lost his strength. So you're telling me if I go get a fresh fade, I'm not strong anymore? That makes no sense to me.
It's hard. Like, a lot of the stuff you can't take literal too. Like, this is just me being devil's advocate. You know how I feel about this stuff, but it's like,
you love being devil's advocate.
It's just true though, because it's like, something that's specific in the thing probably isn't real, but it's like you could say, like, just from him losing his hair and stuff, that could have like hurt his ego in a way that made him feel self-conscious about like that type of thing. Like, there could be something there.
Okay, so then with the
Shut
same
the fuck up, Jake. Like,
so then with the same person, the big ass pillars on like the front of the White House that hold up the fucking front part of the porch roof.
Yeah.
Okay, the huge ones. They said that he held those, two of them simultaneously, like this, from falling. to let people escape from a building.
Have you ever
those are-
watched Thor? All right, I'm trolling. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, listen though, but that in comparison to actual humans, okay, I would believe that we were made from a human and an alien getting together before I would believe that we were just snapped into existence by a person that we don't even know is true. That's my biggest argument. Because I believe in God, but there's no proof to say that he is who he actually is.
Who's stated as, you mean, right?
Yes, how he's described, if that brings it into better comparison.
I think
He's
I know what
described-
you're trying to say.
He's described as everything. Everything is God. That's what the church says. He's described as everything. We humans are made in his likeness. We are an image of Christ. So then if we're an image of Christ, or if we are an image of God, why are we so different? He said no, not one man should be alike. There's a few things that are alike with me that are alike with Adrian, you, or Jake. So that's kind of a
That was really
contradiction.
juxtaposition right there. but listen, oh, fuck, I was about to say something too that kind of had something to do with Jesus. Oh Jesus! Shout out Saikuno.
That's
I don't know.
that's my argument on that.
There, like, I wish I knew specific Bible scripture like off the top of my head, but like, cause I literally watched a debate like 2 days ago, and this one person that was arguing on the other side, like the atheist side or the agnostic whatever, that there's this one scripture that says something about God saying to somebody to go over to like this field, right, like this other like city basically next to them, wipe everything out. You know what I mean? Like take out all of the animals, like all of the people, everything, like all of the like the garden, you know what I mean? Just like literally wipe everything, you know what I mean? Because something happened, you know what I mean? And like I said, I wish I could go more into detail with it. I just don't remember anything. I'm not going to like sit here and like lie about it. But you know, that specific scripture shows that like he is a sinner, you know what I mean? They say God can't do wrong, but that's an example in the Bible that it's obviously wrong. Like you can't say if Trump you say if Trump tells people on live television to go somewhere and do something crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you could see the comparison, it's kind of crazy,
Yeah, I can
man. Like,
I mean, you brought up a really good point, because that's not the only book in the Bible that states that Jesus was a sinner, or God was a sinner.
yeah.
God literally flooded the earth because he was mad at humans. That is a sin. That is you are fucking killing people because you're angry at them. But if you made them in your likeness, wouldn't that be, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be
That's why Trump's a thing.
you?
He got
Wouldn't
the
that be-
bad side of God.
Well, I'm just saying, man, that the Bible contradicts itself so much, to where when I became old enough to like go to church myself or stay home, I stayed home. The church that I went to, okay, they were they're very biased, they're very judgmental, and if you did something they didn't like, you're basically exiled. Like you weren't allowed to come. Literally, I was told not to come because do you know what a testimony is?
Yeah.
I gave a testimony and basically told them I don't think God is real, and I was told not to come at all, literally.
God.
And I can't grasp that there is an actual God, but I do believe in one. And I say one because if you look at many other, what is it, fucking like Christian, Catholic, all that shit. If you look at other groups, there's different gods. There's different gods. Allah, Yahweh, God, Jesus, a rain god in in the fucking Indian culture, dude. Rain god, sun god, the earth god. Like they literally, when you come from a different culture, there's different things that you worship. I can't wrap my head around it. If we were made in, if like I said, if we were made in his likeness and he's fine with killing people and then tells us not to kill people, that is the biggest contradiction of them all, and it's in the Bible.
What's up, Jake? How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you, Adrian?
This is interesting.
This is interesting.
Well, so
I'm
what's your
enjoying
thought,
the
Jake?
show.
I don't.
Can you give me a question to answer rather than just asking for my
you-
thought over the past 45 minutes?
Do you think, and it was been like 15, but it's like,
It's-
do you think that I guess that's a good question about what my question is.
Do you believe
Well, because
in
the original thing was about spirits and stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, here.
straight from
I'll give you a little broad statement.
And that's what I want to what
Okay.
I want to know.
So, I'm not going to say what I believe in. I believe in having something to believe in, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of how
So-
I am.
So people are like spirits, people. So like a big thing is like people think their loved ones who have passed are visiting them and sending them messages.
Hmm.
So like say for you that might be like a specific bird might be your grandfather.
Yeah.
Like when you see a cardinal, that's your grandfather.
That's
I
what-
think when you see that and you notice that, that's something inside you that needed to believe that. I think you need that bit of uplifting in your world, and that's why you noticed that there was a cardinal there today. I don't think it's your grandfather.
You know, honestly, in my opinion, I think that was the best part of the podcast because it's so true. Like that, like that's the best way I would be able to describe it too. It makes so much more sense that way. And it's like it's sad, you know what I mean? In theory, like it is sad because it's like, you know what I mean? That's why I feel like a lot of people believe in being a Christian and stuff too. I find the
Mhm.
comparison really similar with what you're saying because it's like to me, I don't have these conversations with my grandparents anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's like to me, it hurts to talk about. You know what I mean? Because how I believe in it, and I feel like a lot of people believe in it basically because they think that the people that they lost and that they like literally would do anything to get back, that one day it will literally be the best world ever, perfect peace, harmony, everybody's unified, you could talk without speaking, everybody's connected, like some crazy perfect world with the people that you've lost. It sounds phenomenal, bro. Like I literally wish I could believe in it. Literally like that's like what I can say, but my head just doesn't wrap around the how much faith you have to put into it. The best thing that I can say though is that in what I don't think it was my grandpa, I think it was my buddy John. Shout out John McClain. You know him, Adrian? Oh no. Oh no. You guys here?
Yeah.
Man. How'd that freeze?
It didn't freeze.
I didn't.
I couldn't see you guys at all.
Really?
To answer your question, yes, I know who that is, Braden.
Who did I ask? Or what did I ask?
Me. If I knew who John McClane was.
Wow, dude, everything was completely frozen. That's crazy. Point being, yeah, he told me something about like, so what if, right? And he gave me this what if thing about just like, what if it was wrong? You know what I mean? You live this whole life dedicating everything to this specific God that gives you all of these things after life if you give up your life of sin or whatever and you dedicate it to Christ. What if you do pass and it was wrong and you're in that black space or you're reincarnated or something, but you went a good life with good morals and did that, right? It's a valid question, you know what I mean? And it's, in my opinion, the most honest question a Christian can give to somebody, excuse me, that is, you know what I mean, in search of some type of truth, because I feel like a lot of Christians don't talk about that question because they know it's a very key point. Like it's a very thing, like a bad thing against them. That it's just like, what if? You know what I mean? Because they're putting the faith in there because they want to see everybody after everything's done. You know, and I don't know. That's why, like, even before all of this, Jake, I said like it was just out of respect, like with whatever anybody believes in. You know what I mean? Some people deep down, like, that is a big thing of why they believe in being a Christian, and like or the different belief is because of the afterlife and all that stuff. And to me, I'm not the person that wants to put anybody in a mood that's like, damn, like, you know what I mean, just like overthinking everything, because it's like, you know, if it helps you through your life, that's the most important thing. And it literally is exactly what you said with the cardinal thing. It's literally a perfect example.
Indeed.
Because that's what spirits is. It's somebody just putting something on something, like the energy basically of something, and just being like, yeah, like, but you needed that. Sometimes you need that type of stuff to just keep pushing through. You know what I mean? Because it's like to me, I don't like, until this bracelet breaks, I don't ever think I'm gonna take it off. You know what I mean? It's really comfortable. It was meaningful at the time of me getting it. You know what I mean? And it's like, cool. Like, if it makes me feel good, I'm gonna continue to keep doing it. You know what I mean? So it's like similar with all of that. I think Adrian is the last person too that has given an opinion.
I mean, I don't know. It's a touchy topic. It's always going to be a give and take, push and pull. This is your belief. This is my belief. We're gonna go back and forth. I'm right. You're right. Like it's just back and forth.
Not really.
It kind of is.
It's just an opinion.
I don't necessarily believe in religion. It's just my take. My family was on a church tear for a little bit. I didn't care to go. I was forced to go. I didn't care to go. I slept the whole time from the time we got there to the time we left.
It was so bad.
Head down. Like it just wasn't interesting.
How many years?
It was enjoyable. It was probably for like a year or so. But like just the whole time, from the time we got there, you know, you walk in, hi, hello, fucking, I sat down just the whole time. Like it just wasn't interesting to me. I would rather sleep with my Sunday morning, but you know, it is what it is. That's some people's cup of tea. I don't know. I think that there's the potential of something. I don't know if it's necessarily God, but something up there, higher being. But that's just, I don't know. That's my opinion. I do believe in ghosts. I just feel like there's too much shit out there. I get it. Movies, TV shows obviously can be made up. So they're technically kind of just going off a story, pretty much. But I just feel like there's too much, and I feel like there's a lot of shit that could like happen, or like even like I can give you a little story time. I was at my grandma's house. She asked me to go flip her laundry in the basement. Her basement's creepy as fuck. But I went, I did it, I flipped her laundry for her, and on the way back, there's a bedroom on the left side of the basement. And as I came around the corner, there's just a set of fucking red eyes just looking at me, dude. Just straight looking at me. There's just two red fucking circles floating in the middle of the room, just looking at me. We made eye contact. I said, fuck this. I ran up those steps as fast as I possibly fucking could. And I feel like there's too much shit that can happen, and I don't fuck with it.
I like hearing people's stories. I used to be on a huge tear, like back when I was like a Rob Dyrdek fan, watching Fantasy Factory. I was watching that, and I was on YouTube watching ghost stories. You know what I mean? And people got those guns that got like you know what I mean? Like through the dark, you can like feel ghosts, all those type of things. And to me, it's just like barefoot. You know what I mean? It's like searching for something that's not there, but like it's pure entertainment. I mean, until like, am I wrong, Jake? Like it's like,
no, you said barefoot. That's what I was laughing at.
Oh, barefoot. Did I say barefoot? Same fucking dude. He is barefoot, you know. No, but I don't know. I think it's a cool topic though. Ghosts and spirits like really do intrigue me because it's close to religion. It's really close. Like we don't really know. You know what I mean? It's like there could literally be a ghost right here, and he's like, I can't wait for you to get off this, so I just, you know what I mean? Like it could happen. I don't know. I've been to like haunted places. I used to do. Oh, excuse me. at a time, I got a cool story. I'm cool to wrap it up after this story too, because this is an amazing story, and I'm gonna send this clip to Barry, Tree, and Carlos. All right, so this is my ghost story. Okay, the only time that I've experienced something that was supernatural, and I actually can stand by that. It is some shit that I won't say it was complete ghost, spirit, whatever, but what I will say is that it absolutely will never make sense in my mind, and the only thing I could put up to it is some devil worshipping shit. Okay?
Right. Some shit just happens, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was no way of me ever explaining it, and even trying to explain it right now, it like I could just give you a picture, okay? But it won't make sense, and it didn't make sense witnessing it either. Long story short, a night after dodgeball, we're toasted. You know what I mean? Carlos fell asleep. We're down here. You know what I mean? The basement was like nice at that time with the futon and everything. Carlos is asleep. Tree's awake. Barry's awake, and we want to do something, right? And so we're like, let's figure out something to do. And we went to you guys know where like it's the railroad ghost story around here, Four Corners or something like that.
5 points or whatever.
5 Point. We went to 5 Point, bro. And so Tree was cool with ghosts. Same thing with Barry. Carlos was not about it, okay? And Jake, you don't know Carlos, right? But you've heard me tell you stories about the legend, you know what I mean? Silosi bands. My boy hates ghosts. And so we woke him up, and I think we told him that we were going to go pick up some supply, if the people in here know what I mean. And so obviously Carlos was down. He was down for that. So he gets in the car excited to go.
Tripped his poor ass.
Yeah, exactly. It was fucked up, bro. It was a pure gaslight. And so Barry drives, I'm passenger, and Tree and dude, I'm still trying to think if me and Barry also tricked Tree. It might have been like that, but I don't remember. I know for sure Carlos had no idea. And long story short, bro, we get to the railroad of 5 Points, and we do that whole sketchy thing. Jake, have you heard of this before? There's
Explain it, 'cause I need a refresher.
There's a place around here that like 5 intersections meet up at a railroad track. It's like fucking weird, and it looks creepy. We went at like 2 a.m. or some crazy shit. Like it was very, very pitch black and sketchy, and it's a place around here. I'm pretty sure if you Google 5 Point, it's a spot. And
Google 5 Point ghost spot or haunted location.
5 Point in Vienna. Ralph just said. Yeah, and so the story basically, some girl got hit by a train or something, and so you park your car on the train tracks, put it in park, turn it off, right, and then you turn, like, you hear something. There's like a horn, like a train horn or something, and when you hear that, you turn on your car, but your car won't turn on, type shit. Like the battery's dead while you're on the train tracks. Okay, this didn't happen to us. Like we went there, mind you. Carlos is shitting bricks. Okay, this is a huge ass bodybuilder, Jake. He is in the back panicking. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't do this stuff. You know what I mean? Like ever. I can't stress it enough. Literally borderline like we're not friends when you drop me off type shit. You know what I mean? Literally, it was so bad. It was such a bad decision. But so point being, we take a different way home. Like we took this like really like we left, everything went fine, like our car turned on and it wasn't sketchy, but we went down this wrong road that was like a dead end, but it didn't have the sign for a dead end, so it was just a long dirt track basically. We go on this dirt track. I'll never forget this. I really do remember all of this. We went past the house. Like this is like your neighbor isn't like a mile away basically. You know what I mean? Like really far out, sporadic. You got a lot of land. This house was having a like a party basically. People were inside. There was a bunch of cars parked like in the thing. You know what I mean? Like the driveway and on the street and stuff. And so it's called 5 Points because on each section of the road, someone either killed themselves or got murdered by somebody. That's what Ralph just said. Shout out Ralph. Yeah, it's a creepy place. But so this house, it's right next to the intersection, mind you, right? It's getting onto this road. It's the first house on this road. These people are having a party. we realize it's a dead end, right? And so when we come back, nothing nothing was going on. Lights were off. Nobody, like, no music. There was nobody outside, right? It was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of were shocked in a way. We were just like, people were outside partying by like a fire thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't lit at the time. It was just a big ass party. They were just chilling. You know what I mean? We come by, lights are off in the house, bro. I'm getting goosebumps, and shit, and like no sign of human life, right? So we're on our way home and stuff, and we're like, damn, like, we all thought it was crazy. So we ended up going back, right? We ended up going back, bro. And when I say, bro, that everybody that was at this party, okay, I swear on everything, bro. Like, if you guys knew I believed in the Bible, right hand on fucking the Bible, okay? We drive past this fucking house, and everybody that was at this party is holding hands around this fucking fire, this campfire, and it's burning, bro. It's going crazy, bro. Literally holding hands, bro. No music, nothing going on, dude. Just like the creepiest shit ever, and they're all looking at us, like staring at
Great
us, bro.
ritual.
It was on some ritual shit, bro. It was the scariest thing I have ever witnessed in my whole life, bro. And it scarred me and, like, Barry at the very least. There was like a red truck that we saw, you know what I mean? And this is kind of tying into what Jake said about putting things, like, in, like, memories into things. I swear to God, bro, there's like this red truck from the whole thing that we all remembered, because like a red truck followed us or something. I don't remember exactly how it got stuck in my head, but like for like the next like year, bro, we kept seeing the same red truck everywhere, bro, and it was just crazy. Like I really wish I could have that memory back and witnessing it, because like I just remember my jaw dropping, bro. It was just, it made no sense because like these spans of times that we went past the house were only like less than 5 minutes, bro. Like,
I was just about to ask how long, like, did
it was
take?
ridiculous, bro. It had, at the very least, with nothing sketchy happening, at the very least they all planned it. Like at the, like, that's how it seemed. Like, at the very least it was completely planned, and they're like, these fucking idiots are driving on this dead end road, let's completely scare them, and somehow got a whole party unified to scare this one like thing of cars, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you,
That fast though, with the span
that's
of 5
what I'm
minutes?
saying. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. So like, but that's the only thing I can give it to, bro. Except for some satanic crazy shit. And even with that, how did they get it so quick?
You definitely busted a cult. Like, you said they were standing around a fire
On
holding
Papa Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking like behind. Like, if the fire is right here, we're on the backside of it, in front, like a line in front of the fire, not like around, because that wouldn't have been enough people. Everybody at this party was holding hands in a line, bro, like looking at our car.
Bro, do you know how fast I would go down that fucking
Barry
road?
did, bro. It was. I swear to God, it was so scary. I was genuinely scared, like super scared, bro. Like, actually crazy.
Could you imagine if Barry went to hit the gas and your car shut off?
Like, it like died.
Couldn't move, bro. Oh fuck.
I feel like I don't even think we brought weapons. Yeah, like, I don't know, bro.
I would have been out, bro. I'd already been running. What the fuck do you mean?
You would have been fucked, bro. There were so many people, bro. Like, I literally can't, like 25 people, for instance. You know what I mean? Like, not like 100 or whatever, but it was a lot of people to be doing the same thing. I can't explain. I can't explain it. I wasn't tripping. I wasn't high, bro. Like, it was the scariest thing I've ever witnessed.
I would definitely hit the fastest 100-yard dash known to man.
Dude, I'm so happy that Adrian said some type of thing with the laundry room thing, and that made me remember that, because like that was the only time I was like, damn, maybe this shit is real. But it has nothing to do with spirits and stuff. It's just like a really freaky ass group of people.
The thing that like really got my head into,
that boy
like,
Lynn calling me. Hold on, keep talking.
The thing that like
Hello?
really got me into like my ghost believing thing.
Yo, y'all on the fort?
My grandma just passed away in February. She was 105.
Talking about squads?
At this time she was 93. and she still had like all her
Shit,
bearings and
bruh.
shit.
Who do you got?
She said she was sleeping
Bro,
and she
are
felt
they
a
on
hand
console?
on her back.
Oh, I remember this story. Fuck that shit.
Listen,
All right, well, I'm
and
about
this
to
at this
be
time my
wrapping up
sister
this
was little.
podcast right now. We're still recording, like we're live
She
right now.
basically my sister would
And
stay
shit,
the
let
night
me.
over
I'll
there
text
and
Tommy because I
always
saw
sleep in the
that
bed
he
with
called
my
me
grandma,
too.
and they were the only
Yeah,
two
we'll
in the
probably be
house.
done in like 10, 15 minutes, and
My
I'll let her.
uncle was out of town on a work trip,
All right.
and my grandma was by herself. This is how she built her and my grandpa. My grandpa passed away 37 years ago. Okay, nobody there. She called my mom at 3 o'clock in the morning and told her that she felt somebody's hand on her back. And it wasn't a cold hand; it didn't scratch or grab her. It was she described it as a warm hand caressing my back. There's no reason for a 93-year-old woman to fucking lie about that, and that is what like put me on to like ghosts and stuff. And it was just crazy. It was crazy. Like I was like you're losing your grip, Graham. Go to sleep. But no, like there's no way you wake up from a dead sleep and feel a fucking hand on your back. I would cry. I would literally just sit there and cry, like please don't hurt me, type shit.
You guys remember when I don't remember what year it was. I want to say like my junior year maybe. Like I don't know, like it got popular on like Twitter and stuff of those people that would be in public with like clown suits on.
Yeah,
you guys remember that little phase that like it kind of got crazy too after a while, like these insane videos of like these like, and most were fake, you know, but
holding knives and swords and shit.
Yeah, and like they're just like starting to walk closer and closer to you and stuff. But like these idiots are like just roaming the wilderness, like trying to find them. You know what I mean? Like literally begging to die. Like,
is there any clowns out here?
Any clowns? Like, oh, like, we found one.
Like listen, Trevor. Listen, Trevor. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. Why the fuck are you in the woods looking for clowns?
Literally.
I'm pretty sure it's when like around the time it came out, like the first one.
Something.
Like, or not like the original, like the remaster.
The remake, yeah. I know what you know.
There was I saw a video on Facebook. There was a clown that broke into somebody's house. I showed Adrian the other day, and this dude walked in with his gun. He's like, "If there's any clowns in here, I'm gonna fuck y'all up." And then he walks into his bedroom. The clown breaks out of the fucking room, like out of the door.
And he was chilling in the fucking closet, bro. He bursts out that shit, and like they just looked at each other. He was like, "Don't fucking do it." That dude started walking to him, bro. He just popped him.
Yeah, bro. It was crazy. Now I can see like, cause they're like when that first came out, it started in like PA, like Wilderness, PA, and there was like 4 reported deaths because of stabbing. Yeah. And there was like I still remember like the first time I heard about it and I watched the video. There was a clown, and you know how on some of the doors like there's a glass section right here, door.
Yeah.
You can see through, bro, and the clown's just standing there like this. And the woman's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Like, yeah, that was a crazy time.
Yeah.
And then we went through 2020, so now we can go through anything, right?
Wild.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I think that was a pretty good episode. We, you know what I mean, talked about a broad, vast
spectrum. Shit.
Couple topics.
You know, Adrian got his little football in.
His little cheap shots, you know what I'm saying?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I'm about to get $10 in this sub. Let's go.
So a sub and $10 is coming my way. When's the game?
This
Monday.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Cool.
I'll come over your house and watch it, or you can come over my house and watch it.
Yeah, we can figure something out for sure.
I got that sub on deck, and I got a Twitch sub for you too, because I know you need one. So.
Yeah, dude, I'm struggling.
But that's not in the deal. Just a regular sub and $10.
All right. Well, does anybody have any statements they want to close with? Let me give it to Adrian. I play Adrian. Let's go, man. You got it.
I thought we had a great episode. Me and Jake went back and forth a little bit, but I appreciate the counterpart.
Thank you guys for having me again.
Yes. As I said before, if you haven't seen it, episode 4 is when we first introduced the duo. Other than that, Seth hit the closer.
All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all
No,
coming
I'm
out.
scuffing this whole ending. Fuck that. I said you were closing it, Adrian. Okay.
I can't.
And no. And what's this duo shit? What am I
Yeah.
missing?
It's a little shot because Jake is your.
Do you not remember how you introduced Jake?
I mean, yeah, but I'm asking you a question for what you directly just said right there. So you and Jake are a duo because I'm pretty sure you hate him.
Oh my god,
Retweet.
we're not doing this.
All right, now close it out, Adrian. Jeez.
I can't take Seth's thunder. It's his closer.
Whatever.
Yeah. But everybody, thank you for coming out. Comment section, comment below. We do read your comments. I get on there throughout the week, read everybody's comments, and let us know something you guys want to talk about. Here in the near future, I would like to do a full episode, about comments and topics you guys would want us to talk about.
True.
But shout out everybody. Thank you for coming out and helping us earn our rep.
Oh yeah, and fucking R.I.P. Aim Gods. Have a good night, everybody.